Well, for for the most part, I haven't messed down with fog of war stuff and things because it lags the thing. So if you can't see it, assume you can't. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. She said she was restarting. Yeah. I was like, Noel too. Yeah. Damn. Someone taking notes from session one. Hey. No, you're good. All right. How's everyone doing? Oh. Don't be. The first session's gonna be real chill. Just time for you guys to feel your characters out a bit and just take it from there. Hell yeah. Love all the work you guys already put into your characters. Alright. You remember how to get onto map tools, right, Color? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, take your time. Ooh, slash me. Space and then put in whatever you want. Yeah, but I'll be going over a bunch of map tool stuff just to give a refresher as well. File, connect to server. Yes, it should be. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Nice. Alrighty then. I'm gonna start off with a bit of an intro. Let me get some appropriate music. Yeah, that was just, lobby music that I always do, but now, good campaign intro music time. Alright. So, as six paths, or five paths, converge in on the town of Calcurt, each of you, I'm going to let you explain your characters, but we find many of you on different destinies, many of you on different beginnings, but we're going to start with three souls that, having met by much coincidence, have traveled. And now I'm going to do something I've been working on. This is still a work in progress, but I've been working on a map of the continent to give you guys an idea. Things will change and will become more detailed, but to start loading you guys in there to get a feeling of what's going on. Let me know when you're loaded. Uh, Loading in the middle of your screen or no? Okay, perfect. Yeah, nice. No worries. I made it using an online resource. Ink Cart. It is a thing I've tried out for maps and things. And yeah, it takes a lot of time to make maps and whatnot, but I'm slowly getting back into it as I understand the program. It also lets you make like world views like this. Nice. You should see my view right now, and I'll explain. For we follow 5 destinies as they converge here in Calcart. But this, in general, do you see my arrows, by the way? Okay, is the continent of Orzier, where many of you have either known for some time or little time and will know further in the future. Port Case is located here, where 2 destinies come from the west, as well as 3 destinies come from these woods and mountain regions here, and all of you are going to soon to meet in Calcart. The rest of you might notice some of these names. Some of you might not. It depends on your backstories and stuff. But if we return, 3 destinies, 3 individuals were told very recently that the people that they had sent word to, a friend of a certain Tabaxi, was arriving in town soon, and that they would likely be able to meet at the tavern. Noel, Key, and Ken, you have all been in town for maybe a couple of days, have been able to get here thanks to Ken, who has traveled a bit more than the 2 of you who have stayed mostly in the mountain and to the north. But other ways, by Noel, you were able to meet a contact of Cordelia's, a trader that makes his home here in Calcart, and via his contact, he was able to send word and let you notice of Cordelia, likely getting word and being on her way, and soon to be arrived if all projections are as normal. You 3 arrive at the Gore. You've been to this tavern a couple days just to have meals and whatnot, but of course Barth has also supplied you with hospitalities of like a home for yourselves for the few days. But this seems to be the best place for you to at least meet the 2 individuals you've been waiting for. And so you've made your way in the prior to noonish hours here. Ken, since you're stepping up, why don't you introduce your character first? Nice. And Ken no doubt leads the charge, but soon, following behind him, are 2 more individuals. Let's start with, here, Key. Why don't you go ahead and introduce your character? Yeah. Yeah, you've been a bright-eyed following Ken through the roads and whatnot. Ken has been through Calgary before, but Key, this is a brand new city of so many people for you, and quite a few of them have, turned heads and looked at you. But no less furry, you have a third companion who's also been growing stairs, especially because perhaps how, much shorter they are and a bit more feline. Noel, could you go ahead and introduce your character? I made it smaller after we had that conversation. Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, and you having are kind of excited to see because you sell gems and whatnot, but this is your first time seeing both gems and stones incorporated in a city-like setting, right? You're not just seeing tunnels and things here. The people are living in stone houses, wooden houses, and all sorts of, greater forms of architecture. As you three are wandering down the road, let's do a quick map tools tutorial as we're getting into the. You should be able to move your token around if you just drag and move them around. They're not snap to grid at the moment, and we'll keep that way unless we enter combat, just so you can, RP stuff. What Key is doing, you can turn around and do stuff. I actually realized that if you click on your token, Control Shift, you can turn the token to look up, look down, right? If you just want to do minute turns. If you want just to like full 90-degree turns, that's Shift scroll wheel. And then if you hover over, if you click your token as well, and you click F, it should flip your token to look the other side. So you can be like, "Yo, who's there? Who's there? Who's there?" And then of course you can like point with the spacebar to like actually denote and like get my attention over something of like, "Oh shit, what's that?" Yeah. Additional things that you don't have to worry too much about is if you want to really denote that your character is talking and prevent like confusion of in character out of character, you can do Control Space to do a thinking, not thinking, a speech bubble. And then if you want to just add some more flavor and like say like a thought cloud, you can do Control Shift Space. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Shift Space to be like, I wonder if that guy smells because he doesn't take a shower. So you can't be, the guy can't like come over and be like, "What'd you say?" That sort of things. But it'll come with time. Don't worry about trying to memorize all those right away. Uh, nice. Let's see. I will explain your macros as we get into it, but just as an overview, the main things you will need is a selected window up, the chat window, and the initiative window. Those should be the three windows on your screen. Everything else you can mostly close. And then like you'll have more like real estate of your screen to see. Now, as you guys approach the inn in front of you, you guys see water troughs and but you can see windows where like light of like fires blowing through, and it doesn't seem to be that lively yet, especially considering it's only noontime. But you see a little bit of shadows and traffic moving over. As you approach the inn, what kind of conversation would you guys say you're having? Hmm. Eventually, you get to the front door. It seems unlocked and open. You can enter at your leisure. All right. You see a sign up front, and that just says "or Gore." Do any of you speak Dwarvish? All right. Well, ah, then you understand that it means the drinking pit. Uh, as you enter the doors, a number of figures catch your eye. Let me do a little bit of a zoom out and. What do you guys think? Would you have like you would have had food? Would you have ventured out more, or would you have like stayed indoors more so? It's only been a few days. Okay. So yeah, I'm sure Ken has been through there, but if the rest of you as well, right? You would recognize. Let's see here. Boom. There's a couple more people here, but they're not like I save on token space, so it doesn't lag you guys out. The few figures that stand out to you include this guy who you've seen around. He is the bartender of this place. If you hover over him, it'll say his name, Omar, but everyone around here calls him Greenskin because, he's a pretty ugly looking dwarf that they akin to, like, looking like a goblin. You do recognize this bard here who has actually not been, like, you know, he's, like, done one or two performances, but not that many. And it seems like he's always, like, sighed and left the stage afterwards. Other than that, you see a number of other individuals. Make me perception checks, all of you. First roll. If you want to do that, collect your token, and there should be a skill check button. And then I have, changed the macros around so you can click a button and it'll do it. Perfect. Wow. So you all notice a couple things like wandering into this place, right? You've, for the most part, have noticed the pit. It's hard not to notice it, but for the most part, you see once again and are reminded, God damn, that's a big pit, and it feels just. This is where you recall like people do like challenges, like they'll do like a drinking keg stand on this, right? And see if they can, turn around a bunch of ways and walk back. Thankfully, most of the time they have rope tied to them, so even if they do stumble and fall, people can pull them back. You noticed this guy, like once again, he's like just looking at the fireplace. He looks very sullen. It's the bard who's given performances a couple times. You see two individuals that seems a bit more armed than just a normal villager, just like talking to each other. You also see all three of you because you rolled great. There's a weird looking figure here, hooded. You can't make his facial figures out well, but he keeps looking up whenever someone enters the bathroom, and then looking back down, and then looking up, and then looking back down, as if he's like almost watching who goes into the bathroom. But feel free, you can enter and do as you please. All right. You see old Greenson kind of grunts as you get like very close and just like I'm watching, but I don't really care. It's your own business if you get killed. He seems to be more strumming, not playing like any real song. He's just like, uh, it's just, I don't know. It's I used to be the some people just I don't know didn't think I was very good and oh thank you. Maybe. Oh, wow. Sorry, I've. Uh, sorry, I. He like looks down at his like music and things like. I feel like I have a song about something in here. Are you cat and monkey folk? Well, I. And he like stands up and like it gets very intrigued. He has a piece of paper out and he's like kind of making notes a bit. And if you look over his shoulder, Ken, he's like almost like trying to rhyme something with cat, bat. Huh. Oh yes. Oh yes, of course. Oh. Oh, indeed. He looks at you with puppy dog eyes. Noel, please. Oh, please come here, over here, over here. And he like sits down and like brings more paper out. I need inspiration. I need more wine. Like four ales actually. Uh, uh. What? Ferdinand, the not so dashing, will like completely sit you down, like pay for your drinks as he like has you regale him with the stories, and you see at the same time he's just like trying to rhyme words that have to do with your stories. While you go into your stories with him, we're going to shift views as two individuals are approaching the town of Calgary. One moment, please. All right. So you should be loading. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah. You should be. I'll bring them back in a sec. I wanted to do them slowly. Yeah, of course. Oh, selected, chat, and initiative will be the ones you will need. And you can move those around your screen. You can even make them tabs in one window if you like, configure it in a way. Yeah. Anyone not loaded? All right. Well, we're going to zoom in to this bridge as a cart followed by a horse is making its way across after quite a few days of travel over land. Something one of these individuals is very, you know, has done in the past, but much prefers a different sort of climate. Cordelia, could you please introduce your character? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as one who ventures on the sea, you've met both shady individuals as well as individuals that have lent a helping hand and who you've helped in return. You've done quite a couple good things in your life, and most recently, you've met a foreigner who's recently come to the shores of Orzier, and because the stars aligned for you also wanting to spend some time away from the sea, you have agreed to, help him see a bit of the continent as well as, considering you received a letter recently from a old trader friend, you're like, sure, this is a great first stop as well as a way to meet people and an old friend and hopefully introduce Koya. Would you please introduce your character? Yeah. And so, as you have been on the road for quite a few days, right? Thanks to Cordelia once more, you have another mercantile associate who doesn't deal with gems per se, but Chia, a halfling merchant of sorts, who deals more with ores and actually does know of Koya's continent, was more than knowing of like the warriors code of that continent. Was like willing to take you to as escorts, right? Escort her to Calcurt, and she would give you a free ride on her wagon. The the ride was bumpy to say the least, but oh, one sec, let me check something real quick. Okay, sorry. Yes, the ride was bumpy to say the least because this wagon has quite a few of crates and barrels in it. Chia is a ore sort of merchant. She deals with ingots, bars, ores, and metalworking, which is in high demand in ores here, as it's going through a bit of a industrial sort of age. Uh, Chia does know of you two, and so in order for you to get passage to Calcart, she also had hired you two as escort. In particular, Chia has been like running your ear off, Koya, a bit about like asking about Yushin, where you come from, your continent, as well as the recent innovations there, and like just the way of life, the way people, create things, and have been looking almost like a mercantile way of thinking of like what's the next big thing that she could, make a profit over. And so just even on this bridge right over, she's like, well, but how is the forging of your sword different from, this continent?
Koya will be trying to answer her as best as he can, and considering that he's been traveling a lot, he'd probably know a fair deal, but, yeah, he's probably just trying to answer as politely as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How has he, responded to the fact that she, asked a question, and then, as he's, just about done answering, she asks a new question, and she's been very almost... It's hard to have patience, but, it's, Koya's very patient, it seems like, but she's very good at pushing that.
Well, to be fair, though, he's also probably met a bunch of people curious about that kind of stuff along the way, so I feel like... So, he would be answering it just, without missing a beat. He's very good at being patient.
Sorry, quick distraction. But would you repeat that last bit?
Just that he'll be answering each of, what's her name? Chia's questions without missing a beat. Or at least to the best of his ability.
Yeah. Cordelia, you've been surprised because you've known Chia to actually lose customers this way by just running ears off, and you're surprised how patient Koya is being with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, Chia, please. I know you're very curious and very innovative, but please consider that we've been traveling for...
Oh, you're right. Oh, well, look, the town's just in front of us. I was just, getting my last 2 cents worth, don't want to lose...
Alright, young half-elf. Feel free to throw me any more questions that you'd like.
Oh, well, speaking of which... And she will, start off another question as you do enter the town proper. Now, as you enter the town proper, go ahead and you three give me some perception checks. You two.
Can you guide me with
Yes! So,
rolls again?
hell yeah, of course.
That's terrible.
Click on your token, and then you should see in the selection menu a bunch of macros. I simplified it since last time we played so that it does look different. So don't worry about not knowing how stuff works. Hit the skill check button, which is a big orange button in the top section, and then we're gonna click perception in the thing that pops out.
1 second, Ashley.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm sorry. So I click on. I have this the selected.
Do you see the selected window on your screen?
So far selected. I'm so lost. I have selected campaign initiative.
Yes. So you want to have selected open, and then you're gonna click your token.
Yeah.
And then
right-click.
then a bunch of buttons should appear on your selected.
It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. Let me see. Oh, sorry. I think I forgot to give you ownership. That would make sense. It's my fault.
Is on Koya that he's a human fighter? Is this from Dalton?
Oh, there you go. I see it there.
Yes. Okay, that was my bad. What was your question? Sorry.
It says on Koya that he's a human fighter.
Oh, sorry.
Is this from Dalton?
That I did not update. My bad.
That's okay.
There. Perfect. Yeah, everything else is right. Just the label is wrong.
Merci.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you
I
should.
click on myself.
Yep.
Yes.
You see an orange button that says skill check.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Click that, and then you're gonna click perception of the thing that pops out of it. Okay. No, 11 is enough to actually make a view of the town, and I will zoom out for you guys as you take a look at things. Calkert is a decent-sized town. It's no metropolis that Koya and both Cordelia have seen, considering one is merchant and one have seen the great cities on the other continent. But here, that's the general state of the town. You guys make your way in. Oop. Oh, whoops, I just thought I meant to doing that. Let's do this. Right? You make your way into town, and as you do, you see a number of people. You see the major demographic is made up of humans in town. There are a couple of dwarves, but mostly halflings, humans. People seem to be out in the town just enjoying the day. It's just past noon at this point. Cordelia, with your perception check, you notice one thing odd in the caravan itself, actually, as you are approaching, just because you bump over like a little grate in this gate right here as Chia is busy, like, waving the guards and, like, showing her registration. As it bumps, you see one of the lids of the barrel pop and slip, and inside you get a peek of this sand-like substance, except it's black. And, knowing Chia's, like, other merchandise, it's ingots, it's bars, it's metal, ores, right? But you've never seen her, like, use doing anything of this sort of trade before. She finishes, like, showing her documents to the guards and then continues making her way in.
Can I take a little sample of the sand?
Sure. What are you taking a sample in? Just your hands?
I guess I inspect it first. Would it be something that I recognize?
Sure. Give me a nature check.
Okay. Nature. It doesn't roll.
Oh, do you have your token selected?
No.
Yeah, keep your token selected. I'm trying to work a way around that, but for now, that's one of the unfortunate. Okay, nature's pretty good. Do you take a sniff of this, and it doesn't smell good. It almost makes you have to almost like blow your nose and like sneeze into it, and for a second you're about to, but you don't. You feel like you've heard a substance like this black sand. It seems volatile, and then you recall, wait a minute, you've actually seen this quite a bit on the pirate ships as a recent addition, more so. The pirates were the first people to likely have this because they were the first one to go in contact with other continents. That is black powder that you are taking a look at. And you recall now, being someone mercantile trade, there has not been much or any real black powder on this continent.
So I guess knowing the nature of my relationship with Chia, which stems from like years ago, right?
Yeah, you've known her for a good 2 years, I'll say now.
Yeah. I guess like I kind of like approach her like once we surpass the guard level. I approach her and I try to be subtle about this in front of Koya, and I ask her, black powder, very softly.
All right, give me a what's a good for voice for trying to whisper? Give me sleight of hand. And Koya can give me a perception check. Oh yeah, stealth works too. Sleight of hand or stealth, either one is fine.
Okay. Ooh. Okay,
Koya, give me a perception check. Oh, Saf, you there? Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Wow, we're both so bad.
That is, though, exactly what he needed, the minimum he needed.
No!
So, Koya, you are, looking at this architecture of buildings you're not familiar with, and out of the corner of your ear, you hear powder, and you look over, and, Cordelia has put her hand up to, cover a little bit of her voice, so it doesn't go towards you. But you see a black stain on her hand, and you recognize it as black powder is something that has been on your continent for some time now.
Would I know what exactly it is?
Yes. For reference, it's been on your continent for quite a few, like, decades at least. Like, it might even be where black powder was created in the first place.
Oh. Koya is not going to say anything, but elves. I'm pretty sure elves still have like keen senses, so he's gonna pretend not to pay attention, but he's still gonna listen in.
Okay. She was like, sorry, dear, what was that? As she turns back.
I need to talk to you, Tia.
Oh, all right. We can meet up at Barth. I believe he said to stop by that old Orgor, that dwarven drinking house of his. Do you want to talk before, or do you want to see to him first?
We can see him first.
All right.
And I give her like a stern look, like kind of like what is she into?
She like looks at you as like because you could be pretty intimidating when you want to be, and
Yeah,
though you've been friends, she
I
like
flex my muscles a little
she
bit.
looks at you and is like, all right, I'll pay you. I remember, I promised. It's just I was getting to your location first.
Thank you. But that's not it.
She continues forward and eventually navigates her caravan to over here, and you see the Orgor sign over here. She pulls her caravan over to the side onto the wagons and things for her horses, and says, "Oh, yeah, we're this should be the drinking house. Feel free to make your way up the caravan." She steps off and stretches her legs. Ugh!
I step off and kind of start looking around for familiar faces.
All right.
And I start making my way in.
All right.
Like I imagine I have some things to take off, or maybe, or I start.
Yeah.
Like I kind of like, I still in the friendly way bump Chia a little bit and just you better, and she goes in.
All right. Koya follows suit.
Koya silently follows, yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Follow me, Koya.
let me grab your tokens real quick.
Yes.
Doot. 1 sec.
I am here.
All right.
Loaded, yes.
All right. So as you guys are approaching, you see the door up here. You see the familiar place. Koya has not been here before, but Cordelia has. You've come here drinking with, mercantile friends, like escort jobs and whatnot. And it's a not bustling hours. It's just past noon, but you do see shadows and faces, and you can hear like one individual. And then what happened? And then what? Just like right by this window.
I kind of like are these these are windows, right?
Yeah. You get up to them and you can peer through. You see quite this guy you don't know too well. The bards in here like come and go. You get different of them all the time. You recognize Old Greenskin, the bartender of this place, a dwarfen fellow, and you definitely recognize the name, the Drinking Pit. You've actually probably talked with him, considering you both have origins that are in common. But then there's a face you haven't seen in a long time. Noel is standing on this chair actually and telling a tale.
Yeah, my face immediately changes when I see Noel, and I approach the door, which is
right here.
Right. Okay, I approached the door, and I was like, "Well, that's a familiar face." Like putting my hands on my waist, just like making myself taller.
Oh right.
Noel probably hears Cordelia and it's like, Cordelia, and like runs over and does like a flying leap at you. She's so tiny.
And Cordelia, I just knee and I kind of like extend my arms.
I like jump a couple feet and like land in your arms.
Yeah. So we give each other a big old hug.
That's been too long.
I haven't seen you in so long. Noelle, how have you been?
I've been good. This is probably the furthest I've come to meet out with you, but I'm so glad to have like left the comfort of my mountain to come see you.
Yeah, how's the mountains, by the way?
They're good. My old stone giant friend, I had to leave him behind, but he's doing well too.
I'm so glad to see you and to hear that you're good as well.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm kind of tired, to be honest with you. I've been traveling for a couple days, and if your girl doesn't stretch and does her morning exercise routine, she gets kind of grumpy.
Of course.
So, I want to introduce you to Koya. He's been, I don't know if you know each other, but he's been my traveling partner for this ride that I had.
Oh, we haven't met, but it's nice to meet you. And I guess I'll hold out my paw, but it's like just like holding it up as high as I can.
Koya's gonna accept the hand and like firmly shake it, but he's still very silent.
Ken, give me a martial check. That should be a
martial.
Yeah, it's a button next to roll initiative. All right, Ken, you're a swordsman. You understand like your training with the blade, right? That dude, holy shit, he's so cool. He like the way he moves, the way he conducts himself. He like keeps keeping his blade ready and almost like graceful in that sense. You get the sense that, damn, you're good with the sword. This guy has trained for many years.
Okay, so for Koya, we haven't met before then, so I wasn't sure what our backstory was.
I don't believe so, since we didn't name it, since he's...
Okay.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I will go ask, read Greenskin and ask for a round of anything that he has.
And you see for the first time since, the rest of you guys walked in, the dwarf actually smiles and looks at you. It's been some time.
They're doing fantastic. I'm glad I got to see your face again. And I lean towards the bar and I'm like, can you please treat me with your best brew or whatever you want to give me?
Of course.
We haven't seen each other for so long. You know what I like.
He goes behind the thing and starts shaking up some drinks. And then very quickly just starts putting ales down, spinning the table towards you.
So Noelle, who are those people you were talking
to? I'm just clearing my throat here, waiting, like...
monkey. This is Ken and Key. I met them... they actually wandered onto the mountains, and we ended up traveling together.
I perform a nice little, flourishy bow. Like, my name is Lord Arkenfield, but please call me Ken. I'll ever be at your service.
Well, nice to meet you. My name is Cordelia, but you can call me Cordelia if you want. And I've never seen monkey folk before. It's so nice to meet you too, Key.
He's just jumping. He's spazzing. He's so excited to meet new people. And he's waving both of his hands above his head because he's not that tall. He's 5'3", something like that. And he's like, hi, my name's Key. I'm a monkey. I'm a monkey folk. I'm a monk. Hi. And he does the same to Koya.
He's so adorable. So, Greenskin, can you treat us 5 with the same dwarven?
Yeah, of course.
beauty that you have.
He leans over the counter, handle their stuff. But he looks down at Noelle's at her size.
She could take it. Don't underestimate her.
All
Yeah, I
right.
can drink as much as a full-grown Tabaxi. Yeah, I am. I'm just on the short side.
And he'll brew up some more and starts passing it out. Enough for everyone.
I introduce myself to Koya. I say, you seem like a man who knows his way around the sword. Maybe if we have time, we could do a training session later.
Indeed, you know the way of the sword?
I do. I've been studying it for many years now. Maybe you could teach me a few tricks.
If you would like, I will gladly teach you.
Very nice. And then he just kind of nods and makes his way up to the bar.
Well, before any sparring can go down, she takes out a pouch and hands it to Koya. Here's for the escort job. She hands you a pouch of 10 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Nice.
Koya nods and pockets the gold. 10 gold pieces, you said?
Yes, 10 gold pieces.
I make sure to stay close to Noelle because I'm still completely broke.
Chia's gonna wander over here and here's your share, Cordelia, and give you 10 gold pieces as well. And she's gonna go and sit at a table over here.
Thank you, Tia. Can I excuse myself for a second, Noelle? And I kind of pet her head, and I grab my drink and I approach Tia, and I sit myself here next to her, and I look at her like raising an eyebrow. So, I took a peek over some boxes that you had in your card.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't want to intrude, but it just opened in front of me, so I had to, check if anything was damaged, and there's something very interesting.
Oh yeah, the new iron bars from Yushin. Those are interesting. You can see if it highlights any of the things. Probably the merchants in Kefkash will want to see it.
Yeah, you cannot fool me. I have experience from.
I ain't fooling anyone. She shifty looks aside.
I kind of get closer to her.
All right. Okay. Come on. We've been friends too long for this. Come on. You want to side deal?
Black powder?
She looks around real quick.
Why does it sound kind of dangerous, though? Yeah, I had to prepare some myself.
Well, that and, the explosive they make in Yushin. There's something else you can cook up.
The whole fire?
Kinda. It's like a...
That's very dangerous. I mean, on the ship you have, at least it's contained on the sea, right? But if everyone can just walk around with these firearms that you mentioned, wouldn't that be dangerous for people on the land?
She looks up in the air, thinks as if she hadn't considered this. But I'm sure it's they're only gonna do it on people. Okay, no. Okay, they are pretty sus.
I don't know, Tia. You know how I always try to support you with your innovations and your creativity, but I don't feel like this is a good idea.
Also, give me a history check, Cordelia.
Oh, okay. um.
All right. So, you don't know the full details, but you have know that your gem trade does include Shida, and it is one of the major cities that contains a lot of the wealth on the island, but not because of the nobility, but because a lot of crime is conducted there. And so that's one of the things alerting you right away that, yeah, this maybe not be right.
Yeah.
And if you recall, for a color out of character, that's where your last one shot was.
Yeah. I don't know. The people in Shida, their intentions aren't really the, the nicest. I know that they've been paying me well too, but sometimes you gotta choose the better path to take. Sometimes you gotta overlook the payment and, in a way, make the right decision rather than just going for the easy road.
Give me a persuasion check. All right. She looks at you and says, oh, sorry, one second.
Yeah, it's okay.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Oh, those church. I mean, I'm religious myself, but sometimes they get involved in some sketchy stuff. Yeah. Well, girl, I trust your judgment. I won't get involved in your business.
I'll keep in mind, let's. And she'll, go over here and, just grab a drink that was left on the table and just down it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I just look at her patiently.
Yeah. Meanwhile, what are you guys doing over here?
What are we doing?
He asked the bartender for some fruit because he wanted to show the others a cool trick he can do.
Ooh.
Uh,
Anything. Just give me whatever you got.
he wanders in the back. It takes a couple minutes, but he eventually comes out with some of these, melons.
Can you
Yeah, these will
juggle?
do. And then he's gonna look at Noel and Kat, and he's gonna give him a wink, and then he's gonna take the fruit and just stuff it into each of his cheeks. So one on each
Aw.
side. And his face is just gonna be swollen with the melons. And then he's gonna try to say something, but he can't say anything at all because it's all muffled. And
I'm
that's
just
it.
gonna look really worried, like, you okay? You gonna be able to eat those?
Uh-huh.
I was probably just very amused and ordering another drink. Seems fine.
I'm also gonna bend down and whisper to Key, remember, we don't actually have money to buy things here. We're depending on other people, so don't buy too much.
And he's gonna take the melons out of his mouth, and then as he's taking them out, you can see they're already getting soft and mushy, probably from the enzyme that are in his mouth. And he's gonna try to give them back to the bartender, and he's gonna give him a really sheepish smile and be like, "My bad."
Right.
Sorry, what was that last thing you said?
Disconnected.
Key's gonna like spit the melons back out, and then as he takes them out, you can see that they're starting to like disintegrate a little from the enzymes that are in his mouth.
You get
And
the
he's gonna hold them
light
out to
alcoholic scent already from the melons as they're spit
Yeah.
onto the table.
Yeah, and he's gonna hold them back out to the bartender and be like, "Sorry, I don't have money."
Oh. Just, I don't think I can sell these now. And just moves, like, swirls the table back over to you with the melons.
I'm gonna nudge him.
Really?
Maybe you should pick up juggling instead.
He's gonna be like, "Nice," and just take the free food and stuff it back into his mouth.
Ash, it disconnected me, and I had to connect with another.
You're
Cordelia.
good. Do you? I think I gave you ownership back. Can you move your token?
I am not in the map.
Oh, I got you. That should have brought you back.
Yes, it did.
Alright. You swirl it down, and you now have 2 more melons. That are a little saliva over, but you have them again.
Slowly disintegrating.
I approach. I excuse myself and I let Chia think. And I approach Noah, the crew again.
Oi, 2 melons on your tab.
Wait, for whom?
This one.
Oh, it's okay.
He just raises the hand.
It's okay. I think we're gonna be really good friends. And one day, you're gonna pay for my melons, Key.
He just like nods because he can't really speak.
Feel like there was an innuendo there, but I'm gonna not say anything. Alright. Is there anything you guys want to do? Or are you just gonna hang out by the entrance?
I kind of like look at Koya and I tell him to sit next to me. Maybe. I don't know
No,
if Koya.
it's fine. Go ahead. I'm perfectly fine standing here.
It
Do you
does-
want a drink, Koya?
It's okay. Feel free.
Water?
No, it's okay.
He
Does Noel
takes out.
have the the sapphire from Ken?
Yep. Who would have held it during the whole time?
Okay, I'd probably now that Cordelia's. Well, okay, my map tools is frozen, but I'm assuming she's like back at the bar.
Oh yeah, she is.
I'd probably take it out and be like, "Hey Cordelia, do you know anything about the sapphire? And could you possibly clean it up with like one of your solutions?"
I grab the sapphire and I'm like, where do you get this? This is precious like precious stone.
I guess I'd point to Ken next to me and be like, I got it from him as
way.
payment for getting them out of the mountain.
Well, it would be easy to clean it. And I put it like against the.
You bring out your jeweler's tools?
Yeah, I do have it.
Yeah. So Cordelia, takes out some jeweler's tools, some inspection tools, as well as some cleaning solution and whatnot. Give me, if you hit the skill check, on the bottom in purple, there should be a jeweler's tools check.
Yes. Do I select ability? Will it be
Oh yes, and give me, since you are.
disconnected me again?
Oh, what is it? When you click the button, or just randomly?
No, it just randomly disconnected. 1 minute.
Yeah, no worries. I'll look into that
Connect-
after the session to see why that's
Yeah.
happening.
I'll try connecting to Cordelia. Just Cordelia again.
Okay.
I'm gonna try reconnecting too.
Is it just freezing up for you guys?
No, mine doesn't freeze. It just tells me that I got disconnected.
Okay.
Mine is sort of stuck.
So skill check. Durability tools.
Yeah, should be at the bottom.
Yeah, should I click on, I guess, dexterity, maybe?
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to inspect it? Are you trying to just clean it? What's your main purpose?
I want to inspect it
Okay,
and clean it, but I don't know what.
give me intelligence base for now.
Okay.
Clean it, you'll be able to do without too much issue. All right, that's pretty fucking good.
Nice.
You see it, and the gem is interesting. It's of a make that, like, it's definitely shaped. It's not just a random gem. And as you see it, it appears to be a gem that you would, socket into something. That much is obvious. You also notice that the sapphire is definitely has some sort of substance on it. It's not. What's a good way to describe it? It does not have its shine, and it has like almost a layer of just old wornness over it. It's just like seems like no one's really cleaned it in a while. As you take a look at it and you do clean it, you get the sense that wow, this you don't recognize the shaping of it. It's not dwarven make, which is a big first surprise for you, because most of the gems in Orzier specifically, right, are like dwarves are the prime like jewel crafters and whatnot because they deal with a lot of gems. There are other similar jobs that people do, but the main structure of things are dwarven. And through Noel, you've even figured out some like a different style that's very akin to the dwarven. That's more as I don't know if Noel explained it, but more of the giant style of how some of them live underground and they shape gems in such a way. It's neither of those two things, and that's odd. And it's nothing that you've seen from across the waters as well from other cultures.
It's definitely a sapphire, right?
It's definitely a sapphire, and you begin to clean it and give a shine. And you notice this too at this moment, Noel. You start sensing a sort of pulse from the gem, and it's strange. There's a magical aura coming from it, similar to the gems that you know, but different in a way as well. And Cordelia, you notice this too, just because of like. It seems like there's almost a flicker of a flame inside the very center of the gem.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Seems to be kind of like changing its light.
This is not regular gem. Whatever you got it, and I'm looking at Ken. This is not the usual dwarven gem cut, and that's very strange. I don't get to see stuff like this very often.
Yeah, it's
Plus-
very beautiful once it's polished up.
Yeah, beautiful, but I sense something coming from it.
As you
I'm
two are
listening in with confusion, like, are you saying there's something magical about... It's just a gem, right? It was just in my family's sword.
Listen, I've encountered many gems throughout my life. This, and I hold it to show it to him. This is not regular gem. This is not a regular stone.
I just kind of like turn away in shock and start muttering, this must be one of the prophecies. I had something I didn't even realize. This must mean that I am indeed the bearer of the light. I was muttering to myself about kind of incomprehensible stuff.
well, as you're muttering and the rest of you are discussing this, the door actually like slams open, and you see a large fur-bulk gentleman enter. There you go. And he knocks into you, like not even like seeing you, Koya, and like bounces off. And like lands on his butt. Apologies. I'm so sorry.
No worries. Are you all right?
He looks you over, up and down.
Indeed. Do you
Uh,
have a problem?
And you see him breathing hard. And at that moment, both Cordelia, Key, Ken, you all notice this. This is Barth, who's been giving you lodging for the.
Bart, are
last
you alright?
Right. Do you need help?
And he like slumps down. It's just I don't.
We'll get her back. Who was taken?
At this
Of course we'll help.
point, Chia sees Tua and comes running over and just watches. Bart. I says I. You barred me just the other time, Chia, and those things. It's no, the daughter went missing. There was just a letter left.
We'll find it, Bart. Can you tell us something where they were headed?
But
So south, so they might be going there. Ken's already got like his hand on his sword and he's like ready to run into combat right now. All we need to do is find them and we'll take care of the rest.
are you sure? I just.
We will.
He'll like give you the letter that the bandits gave him, and you see it is noted. Uh, the ruins to the south, as well as like general directions on how to get there.
No, looks concerned, but her ears perk up when he said, "We'll pay you." It's like, okay, we'll help out.
It's gonna be fine. Well, you know Noel and I, but I feel like the rest of these people are very strong as well.
I'm like bouncing on my feet, like unable to stop myself. I just put my hand on my shoulder, hit on his shoulder. I'm like, "We will get your daughter back safe. You can count on us. We will not let evil prevail." Like, let's go, guys.
Chia looks you guys up and down. It's like, well, and she looks at Cordelia, remembering the conversation they had, and just like,
Yeah.
all right, you've always been a good kid, Cordy. Let me see if I can. Give me a moment. He walks past Bart, like puts a hand on his shoulder reaffirmingly, goes out. You can see out the window. So she goes to her cart and eventually comes back. And I. Okay, I kind of lied. Okay, I do them sometimes, but only because everyone does them. Everyone needs some of those potions they talk about all the time. But here,
Yeah.
and hands you guys a pouch. It says, I would just start some dealings with them, seeing how much the price goes for, seeing if I can make the price go up a bit. But here, hands you a pouch, and you see inside are 2 healing potions.
Uh, did she hand it to me?
Yeah, hand it to you.
I give it to Noelle, just because I know her the best, and I'm like, can you take care of this?
Sure, I can hold on to this. I step into like one of my many pockets.
All right, Barth. Chia will bring Barth inside and then sit him down because he seems like exhausted, like he's been running around and what.
Yeah.
But he breaks down crying in his hand. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you're a bit of an ugly crier. Oh, okay. And he just gives you the signal. It's like, okay, I'll take care of this. His guy.
Yeah. Tia, you got this. We're gonna find your daughter, Barth. You don't worry. And I look at the fourth and I'm like, are you guys willing to do this?
Of course. We must save them. Someone is in need of our help.
He's gonna be like, yeah, let's go. But before we do that, can I go pee?
Oh yeah, go pee. I have to load map anyway, but. Oh, you mean actually go pee? Actually
I
go
meant my
pee.
character, but you know what? I'll go
Oh.
in real life.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah. You can take an IRL bathroom break and then we'll pick up.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'll give it Cordelia's is gonna go chug the rest of her drinks, and maybe even the rest that Koya's like the one that Koya's was served, but he didn't drink, so I just like chugged both of them.
Then we're gonna go in drunk. Koya's just gonna
And
stand.
is just dying right here. He's gonna stand next to Koya and just like try to be like composed like Koya, but completely unable to stop himself from just like moving.
Just trembling, like
Why are we not going to save the people already?
Koya just stares.
And
He's just watching.
Omar saying, Key, go to the
I look at
bathroom.
Koya and try and calm down. Okay, calm down. Stoic.
Sees you guys a bit antsy.
Indeed. You don't want to take your business where it's not considered proper.
Hey,
Yeah, own it. Yeah. Just imagine Barth like crying his heart out while
Yeah.
we're talking about peeing.
yeah, he is a little distracted. Chio's just like, making sure to interpose a bit during while the shit conversation.
Yeah. So pee break, everyone.
Yeah, go ahead, pee break real quick, and then
Okay.
we'll set up for the next bit.
We are
Horns Quintet.
Oh my god. I'll bring out my bard for my other campaign.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Love it.
All right. Are we waiting on anyone else? That's a stupid question. They wouldn't be answered to me.
Roll call.
Everyone's here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here, Cordelia.
Okay, probably say your names.
Monkey.
Monkey's here.
All right. Well, picking up from the ending curtails of where we left off, Key, you are actually going to the bathroom.
Yes. He's just gonna trot on over.
Mm-hmm.
I
I believe you did notice this guy, and he keeps his head down as you start passing behind him, but you see his ears that are poking out of his thing, twitch. That's a word.
Mm. He's just gonna go to the bathroom. He's not gonna make anything of it yet.
Looks in your direction. Are you keeping an eye out on him, or no?
No, he doesn't really notice what's going on.
Okay.
Like, he sees him, but he doesn't think anything of it. He's kind of naive in that sense.
I will say, Cordelia, give me a perception check real quick,
Okie doke.
because you're in a good line of view as you see Key walk off towards the bathroom.
Perception.
All right. You see the goblin, look up towards the bathroom that Key wandered into, take out a coin, shake his head back and forth, flip it, look at it, and then stand up and walk towards the bathroom. Did you lock the door, by the way? Wait, this is a two-stall. You can't lock these doors. He slips in.
Occupied. There's someone
you
in
see.
here.
You wouldn't happen to be, You hear whispers underneath the curtain.
He's just gonna be like, I'm taking a dump.
Well, how would you like to take,
Sorry.
you look like you put on a couple muscles and whatnot, and you actually hear his voice coming from above you, and you look up at the stalls, and you can see it just peering in.
Oh my god.
I give a look to Koya, and I'm like I squint a little bit, like what the hell was that? And I approach, very I guess sneakily.
Okay. As you approach sneakily, you hear something. Now, if you want the real juice, the real stuff, the real shit, I can get it to you. It comes straight.
Koya's gonna draw a sword.
Okay.
He's gonna answer. He's gonna be like, I'm good. Why would I want shit?
The door open.
How close am I to the guy?
There is a little curtain for privacy, but you heard the last whispers right before the door opened. And now it's just silent once you entered.
Can I stick the blade through the curtain?
Yeah? You take out your blade, stick it.
Occupied, you say?
Yeah, but
You don't
Oh.
smell like it.
Sorry, that's me.
Mom, what exactly was this guy offering you?
Something about shit and juices?
He's going to put the blade closer, but not enough to stab. I think, and he's gonna speak up.
Make me an intimidation check.
I have 0 charisma. I'm so screwed.
You could still roll well.
I come in, with my hand over my eyes because I'm a very this is a I guess a
Private
male's
person.
bathroom.
Oh yeah, it is.
I finally.
Yeah. What is going on here?
Okay, that's
Are you trying to assist Koya?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll with advantage as Cordelia comes in, this big, bulking woman, right? And just even though her eyes are covered, she's in taunting appearance. Roll with it.
14.
Okay, with the 14, he's like, ah, okay. Maybe, would you want your blade to be faster than it's ever been before?
Flattery will get you nowhere. Just tell me what you're trying to do.
Name scripts. In a little of the...
Does Koya know what Seki is?
Koya would not, no.
Hmm.
Well, well, Cordelia.
No. No.
What is this Seki you're talking about? Scripts.
Ash, is opium would opium still be a thing?
You would be aware of what a drug is, yes. And there was probably drugs from where you are. Cordelia, you probably understand. Pirates did tons of drugs. Key probably has the least idea what a drug is, even though you have taken, like, probably the monks might do, smoking things and whatnot, but you don't know the idea of a drug. But these two definitely, like, understand what a drug is, and he's definitely alluding to a drug.
I just feel bad for Key. He just wanted to pee or take a dump.
Yeah, he's stuck in the stall while three people are arguing.
He's like trying to hold it in because
I finally show up. What's taking so long?
The fuck?
Drug
Who's this
dealer.
guy? What do you want?
To take a shit.
Why are
Drug-
we
drug
stopping
dealer.
him from... Oh. I just draw my sword.
Whoa, okay.
You sell what?
Scripts, that's not what you said to us. That is definitely what you. Hmm?
I could use some. I'm having trouble.
Oh,
Koya's can Koya like he's not gonna can he like move like open like the door? It's curtains, right?
yeah. You've, like, already opened the curtains with your sword by this point.
Oh, okay. Hmm. How tall is this goblin?
Not very. He's, like, 2.5 feet tall. He's
Oh, I
tall
see.
for
Okay.
goblins.
Get out here.
He's was short for goblins.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, Koya is going to sheath his sword katana. He's gonna grab the goblin by his scarf, and he's going to drag him. He's gonna like just carry him.
Okay.
Carry him out.
Well, all right. And he's, like, just being dragged by Koya at this moment. All right. See, you just like I didn't have my pants down. You drag him out.
You got your privacy.
Just keep
Key,
dragging.
Key, return to your business, please.
You got it.
What?
And then as you guys all leave, you just hear one big
Sigh.
Nothing.
A bra.
yes.
You're dragging him the whole time, and you see, like, him just like, this is. I was just doing my business, and like a bunch of people in the bar are watching this now.
Got my sword out still in case he tries to struggle.
Oh, he's struggling, but
Bartender.
kind of like not to real any effect.
Bartender,
Yeah.
what does your law allow illegal drug dealing?
Law allow illegal.
Illegal. Sorry. this goblin here, he was offering the monkey some sort of drug that I am not aware of, and I was wondering if this continent allows drug dealing of the sorts. Are you aware of this drug called seki?
No, what's that? It's a new thing. It's new and upcoming. It'll help you, and all your lives out.
Why why were you offering Seki to our friend Key here? But there has to be something, there has to be some after effects.
What do you mean?
Would a warrior want it more than someone else?
Well, here, and he points to like a random peasant.
Does it give you any sort of power?
Yeah, it makes you real fast.
Okay, Koya's like holding the goblin, right? Like he's probably at the goblin's probably at his height ish probably.
Yeah.
What he's gonna do, he's just gonna let go.
Ah!
And this is a waste of time. Let us go.
It's the good stuff, though. You see, as he drops, like a couple of bags falls out, and you do see a bag fall in front of you, Cordelia, and you see a little red diamond fall out of it.
Can I pick it up?
Sure. Do you want to like stealthily, or just like everyone for you to see?
I think I'll give, since Noelle is next to me, I'll just like tap her a little bit, and yes, I guess it's still too late.
Give me a sleight of hand check as you try to palm it while no one notices.
I'd like to take the opportunity to level my sword and tell the goblin to turn out his pockets. What are you hiding?
I'm out selling stuff.
Sounds like you have things that you're not allowed to have, so yes, turn out your pockets. The government. There are people in charge here.
You talking about those church fuckers?
But it's the rules. And everyone knows that drugs are not an okay thing to be trading, especially to people just in the bathroom. I'm gonna stop talking and just push the sword closer to him.
Hey, okay.
Show me what's in your pockets.
Okay. And he starts, pulling out his pockets and says, "See, just some gold here." Pulls out and I just got this, and he looks down. Key and Cordelia, you definitely saw. Key and Noelle, you definitely saw Cordelia pick a gem out, and he's like, "Oh, over here," and then picks out the rest of the pouch. But Cordelia, you snuck one away because he was distracted by Ken. This is this is the. He looks at
I'll
you.
just grab the pouch
What?
and nothing else. Say, stay out of this business. You don't want to be in this.
I'm just saying, right? If you take that from me and I don't get paid.
I just ignore him. Stay out of the business. Don't go back to your boss. Find something better to do with your life.
You just wander off.
Yep, I just leave with the bag.
Okay.
I sheath my sword. I just consider this done.
I kind of just approach Grips and I'm like, listen, I know you're in big trouble right now. I've been I've been where you are, but it doesn't seem like you're someone of an evil spirit. If you need any help, you can call for me.
What's your name?
My name is Cordelia.
Oh, Cordelia. And he as Ken's walking away. What's his name?
I won't tell you. And I walk away.
Well, he walks over to Scripps.
Go join Quay.
Just curious, how much were you trying to sell those for? Hmm. Interesting. And then she just walks away.
Okay.
She's like, well, I didn't take them, so I'm not going to pay for them.
That's someone was gonna pay me, but
He just like gives the guy a shrug and walks away.
damn. Du-du-du-du-du. As the party finally ventures out, would you like to follow the road to your destination?
I just
Yes.
walk in this direction, like, all right, guys, which way do we go to save the person?
Ken, I don't know if that's the
Which way?
You got it?
Where is the person? This way. Okay, this way. Okay, guys, let's go save the person.
Let's go.
All right. With a bit of turning around, eventually you exit by the south gate of the town. You can talk as you wish as I load your tokens onto a map.
Are we walking, or do we have a carriage or anything?
You can ask Chia to take her carriage, but right now it seems to be walking, and by projections, it would be a 2 or 3 hours outside of town.
As we're walking through the town, I just take the bag of seki and just kind of toss it into the street, where it's likely to get run over and stuff, and just keep walking.
Okay. You toss it out into the street. You see a number of gems just fall into the pavement.
You guys
Well,
are free to pick it up if you want.
She would probably pick it up because she's like,
Yeah.
Key
Keyword for it.
I wonder what this is made of. So interesting looking.
Okay. Unless you're being stealthy about it, anyone can notice that she's picking it up.
I can try to be stealthy about it.
I'm
Noelle,
not
see
really
something
paying
you
attention,
like?
so.
If you want to be stealthy about it, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not stealthy people. I feel like Ken isn't paying attention, so Ken doesn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
kind of in his own head.
Anyone that wants to notice your guys' passive perceptions is enough to notice that.
Cora sees it but doesn't really say anything.
I see it, and I ask her what she found. Do I see it? Wait.
Yeah, your passive perception is enough to see it.
Okay. Noelle, seeing
Yeah.
something you like?
Yeah, I figure we can't just throw these out. They seem valuable, or at least worth investigating. They kind of look
Okay.
like gems, but it seems like you could ingest them, which I personally wouldn't, but I just want to know more about these. They're so shiny.
I've heard something about him saying that you can put it in your butt. So please don't do that.
I won't be
Don't do that. Do you want me to inspect them a little bit?
Sure, you
It,
can
it,
have
will- it will
some.
be Ash. It will be different from the one that I picked up, right? Or would it be the same?
You see, they all look about the same size. They're quite small, about the size of your nail, and they're all this diamond-shaped red gem almost. But you see, inside is really a red liquid that the gem is containing.
Mm,
If you want to learn
Yeah,
roll,
they-
you can make a nature check if you're really looking it over.
yeah. Well. Oh, terrible.
Yeah, it seems strange. You understand at the very least it is definitely not a gemstone. It's some hardened resin around this red liquid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is very sketchy, Noel. So be careful with this. Don't just show it to people. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And definitely don't sell it because you're gonna be smuggling.
I'll keep it hidden for now.
Alright.
And so the party ventures on, eventually twisting through the roads, leaving by the southern entrance. Are you guys walking, or is there anything you would like to do before you leave town?
I was gonna say let's take Tia's card, but it's full of like her marriage, so it's
Yeah.
probably
It
not.
would take you some time to unload it, but you could do it.
What do you think? Maybe we can ask Tia uh, for her right.
Either way. Which way gets us there faster?
Yeah, let's go with the card.
Okay. Chia, without a problem, will like, oh yes, of course you can take it. Like, directs you to unload it and whatnot, puts the crates down, and you are free to take the cart. It cuts down your travel by half, and it's only 1 hour outside of town. Right, let me load this map real quick. Let me check something real fast. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. You eventually make it with the cart in tow to a southern sort of area. It's south. Whoops. That's a little too loud. Let me lower that a bit. As we are on an octave map, I'm snapping you all to grid. You see the individual with the highest passive perception at the moment. I'm on the wrong layer. There it is. Noelle, you notice as you guys are approaching, you are maybe 50 feet away. You see some stones and things, but you see overarching a sort of ruined sort of castle in the distance.
Like where we need to go, right?
Yes, this would be where the letter denoted. So you guys see basically this.
So do we have a plan here? Should we try to like sneak around the walls or
Noelle, do you see something?
oh yeah, there's like a or was it like a tower or
Yes, so you see, to point out some of these structures, you see a wall and stone sort of towers here and here that comes out of this sort of like jungle top and rocks. The walls seem ruined, they seem old, barely any real substance to them now. But they still stand, and it seems like this is definitely what was like. Once you see this castle, you're supposed to just. The note says shoot an arrow in the air and leave the crate of jewels.
okay, there's like a castle structure. Here we can go closer.
Can I boost Noelle on my shoulder?
Sure.
If
Boosting Noelle on your shoulder. Noelle, you get a good height above. You can give me a perception check now with your elevated sight. Pretty good. Give me one moment, I'm just grabbing something. Here we go. Want a less intense music? Nope, that is still there. There we go. Okay, so from your vantage point, Noel, you don't see individuals because the walls still cover it, but you can make out almost flickers of light, right? What seems to be noting campfires. You can see a flicker of light of a campfire. Here?
Oh.
And yes, that you see a kipper flame of campfire coming from there.
Okay. No, let's say like I see a campfire past the wall over there.
Where's the bandits?
That's
I think
probably
so.
over there.
I wonder if they're cooking anything.
Are you hungry, Key?
He just pats his belly and grins at you.
Didn't you have fruit? I saw I saw my tab.
Oh, well, it's not in my stomach anymore.
I guess you're a growing boy.
Yeah.
So everyone should be heading where Noel pointed out.
Sounds good with me.
Noelle
Um,
will want to try to like stay in the trees, like she might be climbing in the branches.
Are you stealthing?
I guess so.
Everyone give me stealth checks.
Well, I take out my sword and shield, and I'm wearing like this clunky armor, so I'm just like making a racket. Like all the leaves I step on are crunching, like I'm bumping into branches left and right.
Is that your disadvantage for stealth from your armor?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess we're all stealthing a little bit, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, actually
He's gonna
try
be
roll.
like,
See how I do.
he's gonna be like swinging through the branches right behind Noel.
I got a 7. My 21 was wasted.
Should we all do the skill check?
Yes, give me a stealth check as you all start
Okay.
approaching closer to the castle walls.
Ooh.
Alright.
Finally a good roll.
This is a group check, so enough of you pass that as a group you are not detected. You make it
Okay.
toward this wall.
It just sounds like a lone animal going
Yeah.
through the walls
You
with the forest.
step on a twig and everyone turns around, shh, like lips up.
Towards the back.
You approach this edgy plateau here. You see here. This is about 20 feet up, and then you see the wall goes about 10 feet higher.
I could
Yeah.
I could scale this wall probably.
Yeah.
You guys want me to do that?
I think you should do it. I'm scared of heights. I'm too big. I'm gonna fall and break something.
I'm gonna
He's
try
just
as well, I think. I'm just
he's
gonna try
just gonna-
climbing straight up. Yeah.
He's gonna look up, like he has to turn his head up to look at Cordelia when she says that, and he's gonna be like, "Huh?"
Does someone have like some kind of rope? So maybe the people that are not. Well, I think I'm the only one who.
Explorer's gear.
Oh, by the way, for gear, like you can keep track of it yourself, but I've also listed the basic stuff you have. If you double click your token, and there's a little equipment section under notes. I put just general stuff there as well as links in case you needed it.
Yeah, I got some rope.
So I
Like,
guess
it's
the people that climb can maybe help Cordelia, but keep in mind that she's a bit kind of heavy.
Who is climbing on up?
I'm climbing.
Alright.
I think everyone can climb but her, but me, but me, right?
Well, you
Including
can
Koya.
attempt to climb, right? It's up to you if you want to, like, be like, oh, that's too scary.
Yeah, no, I'll try. I'll attempt.
Well, who's going up first? And if someone that secures a rope first, it'll make it easier for the next few people.
Yeah.
I can go first or second. I'll go first. I just come out slower than everyone, and while you guys are all staring at the ledge, I just immediately start climbing it.
Give me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Oh, that's not good.
I still have my sword and shield out, and I'm trying to climb regardless, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, you actually stab your sword into the thing. It's like, haha, right? And start climbing on up. Eventually, you stick up once more to the next one after the first one worked, and the rock just comes out, and you're like, fuck, and you land down. Your armor like hitting the thing, and like you hear a bit of a.
Oh. I don't know.
Did they hear us?
Hmm.
Key, I think you're
What should I do?
the most skillful with climbing. Not trying to be stereotyping or anything, but do you think you can climb up and throw some rope so it's easier for us to go up?
Yeah, I got you. And he's gonna like, since he's a monkey folk, he's just gonna like scale the wall
Yeah.
and
I'm a tree and jump over.
roll.
Thanks to your racial, you don't actually have to make a roll. You auto succeed as you climb one rock to the other, and you just see them. It's a monkey in its
Nice.
natural habitat climbs all the way up without an issue.
Nice.
thought about that before trying to climb.
You see
I
the
was waiting to see if anything happens to Key before trying to attempt to climb up.
Yeah.
no. This is Key's natural element. He makes it up without an issue and just like waves at you guys from above.
Hey guys, I'm up here.
He taps a rope.
Okay. So you
right.
yelled that down.
And he just yeets the rope down.
You hear
Don't
from
forget to
this,
tie the rope to the tree.
because of your vicinity, Key. You hear something
No.
from around the campfire region, and you hear
He's just gonna go shh.
footsteps.
He's gonna shush.
I think Noelle's gonna try to climb up on her own.
She should be able to, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Noelle, give me a athletics check.
Let's see. Oh no.
These rolls, man.
Yo,
These rolls.
we suck.
So,
I'm really confident, and then just like a rock falls beneath her, and she was back down.
The biggest boss of the entire encounter.
you begin climbing Noelle, and you get about halfway up when you put your paws into one of the things, and one of the rocks comes off, and you just dangle. Thankfully, you don't weigh too much, so you're just dangling there.
I want to catch her.
And you're like dangling right above. Ken like puts his hands out, and
Yeah,
for
I'm ready to catch him.
a moment you fall, and Ken actually saves you from making any noise.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ken.
I gotcha.
That was kind of romantic.
I understand how dangerous this wall is, okay?
Key lowers a rope, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he ties the rope and then he tosses it down.
Saf, are you talking by the way? Because we haven't heard you in a while.
But Koya's gonna take the rope and climb up.
Okay, you can make your athletics check with advantage because of the rope.
Oh,
All right,
Ooh.
You should have gone first, shit.
that is enough.
I'm gonna go last.
As you make it up the rope silently and studiously, like diligently watching out for anything that might make noise as you brush up against it, and come up besides Key.
I'll go up too, since
Okay. You can roll
Ken and Noelle
with
tried.
advantage as well. So roll twice.
yeah. What was it again?
Oh, athletics.
Okay.
Once more.
Oh,
There you go.
good.
With the rope,
Skillfully.
you like get a bit of your fear in you, and halfway up, you're like, "Damn, I'm too far up to go down, too far down to go up," and you start panicking. But then, like, you see the other two just standing there above you, silhouetted, and you're like, "Damn, they look cool," and you make your way up to reach them.
Oh, I don't catch you. I can give Noelle a boost to get her higher up on the wall.
Okay.
Okay. Should I do another check?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a check with advantage this time.
Ash, while
Mhm.
at it, I saw that my athletics modifier is a +2 when it should be a +5. I think.
Oh, let me check if there's something wrong with that.
I could also alternatively just throw Noelle up the wall.
It should be a +5.
Do I have your permission?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna throw Noelle.
Buggy again.
Like, point towards like the top of the rope where you can like climb and just like chuck you up there.
Okay. Give me, under ability check, a dex check to see how well you aim her. The DC is low,
It's
just
not
that's enough. That's enough. You aim her up and she lands. You cling onto the rope. And that was actually a pretty
Thank you for your trust.
good throw. You land like right up, and even without the check, you can make it up without an issue.
Alright, acrobatics to climb, right?
Yes. Oh, athletics.
Oh, okay. Athletics.
Yeah, you do have advantage, and that's more
Alright,
than
that's
enough. You make it up without too much issue. Even your
That rope
armor,
was real helpful.
yeah, even without your armor, it does not clink as you make your way up.
Nice. Alright, I take my shield and sword back out.
All right, you have all made it to the top. You see the wall is 10 feet above you, and because you haven't made too much noise, Key, as you kept an ear out, you hear some conversation. And it's like, "Did you hear something?" I said I'd make dinner in a second. About that. I'm almost done. And I was like, All right. And you hear the footsteps that went this way, wander back, over.
Do we see like the girl anywhere?
The girl, the wall, there's a little bit of the wall that you can climb up easily now, but it's 10 feet, a bit higher than the plateau you're on.
Oh.
So would you like to peer on over?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we'll all like just check. Unless Ken jumps in immediately.
I'll stand here and once again, I'll put Noelle, I'll lift Noelle up.
Okay. As Ken is helping you, Noelle, give me a stealth check with advantage as you try to peek just your top of your face above the wall.
Let's see.
All of us?
You can join too. You give me stealth checks as well if you are peering above it. You know.
It's doing the athletics human pyramid.
Oh, look at us.
Oh no, I think my buttons are.
Do you have your token selected?
Oh.
Hold on.
Ugh.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, not 20.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, not 19 as well.
What do you see, guys?
So you guys see as a bunch of heads just pop over the wall, the camera watches as just a, a pink head appears, a little cat head appears, blonde-haired elf head appears, Key, I believe, were you going up to? Yeah,
I did.
Key's a monkey head appears, just overlooking the wall. And you guys, I'll zoom you out and show you a bit of what you see. One moment. You see a bit of a campsite, as well as, so far, 4 individuals. 3 of them are around the campfire. The campfire is lit, but there's nothing on the thing. And one person seems to be grabbing some cooking supplies and putting some marinated together. This person seems to be having fun. These guys are a bit grumbling, almost waiting for food.
What do you see?
I see 3 people.
Do they have the girl that we want to save?
I don't
think
see
they do.
her.
Huh. Is this the wrong place then?
Give me everyone that has their head popping out a perception check at this point.
Wow, that's a nat 1 on perception.
Koya, you're watching this dude as he's crafting some recipes and you do not know the cuisine of this land. You're oddly fascinated.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
pretty interesting.
Cordelia, you also get hungry and you see some drool, going down your lips as you join Koya over there.
Yummy meat.
Let us see. Key and Noelle, as you peer on over, you do hear a bit of a conversation. The boss is pretty pissed, right? Well, I ain't looking for her till I've had something to eat, bro.
Worst way to keep a hostage. Immediately give up and take a break.
Stay hungry.
So, do they think she's around the, I guess, castle boundaries, or did she leave that?
Well, let me zoom you out a bit. What you can see is this is a cliff face that goes all the way around. And so there's really only one way into this place besides, going over these walls like you guys have. And they were talking about how they've trapped this area here. And so none of the traps were sprung, and they didn't find any sign that she went out this way. So they assume she's hiding somewhere in the base.
Oh.
We picked a good way to approach.
You did.
Do you think we should try to distract them and, I guess, scale the wall and get into the campsite area?
I think that's a good idea.
Well, takes out her ginormous slingshot from her back and is trying to aim a rock. I guess maybe far away, over here.
All right. You're just aiming a rock over here.
Yeah, to see if I can make a noise over there to distract them.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll your sling for me. it should be under combat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, with good accuracy, you hit it over here, and it bounces off the stone wall, and all these three figures was turn and look. What? This guy turns that way. There you go. What? Did you see that? What? We gotta go check that out. And he goes over here. This guy drags this guy, and they all start going to investigate what happened over there.
Ash, is this a tree in front of, and like,
Yes,
beyond the
there's a
wall?
tree here. It's about 10 feet below you. So you could, fall into it if you wish and, like, take cover there.
I think I want to do that.
I'm gonna do that too.
All right. You bound on over and give me an acrobatics check to try and stifle your noise
And
falling into
follow
the tree.
Oh boy.
Fear.
Oh boy. Oh!
That is good. Cordelia, you...
It's fine.
Oh,
I'm a heavy girl.
you're a heavy girl. You fall into the tree and immediately you hear the creak and a lot of leaves start falling. Koya
Again.
and Kia, however, like kind of put their arms out a bit and they like almost smoothly. You two watch this fall onto the tree and they're like so smooth, don't make a single sound. The wind doesn't even stir. And even though the tree stops, like was shaking from Cordelius, it doesn't even make a single movement as these two join them in the treetops.
Can I go?
I'll wait a moment before following.
Can Koya go to the bandit, get behind the bandit, and then like put him in the, like knock him out?
Sure, you can definitely attempt that. Are you going to climb down the tree?
Yeah, climb down the tree, stealth, like sneak up behind him, and then
Okay.
knock him out.
Go ahead, give me an attack roll.
Yeah.
With my katana.
Yes. All right.
Yes, last
You have advantage because he does not know you're there.
21.
I'm gonna
Okay.
be following them too, as soon as this action's done. By
Uh,
jumping up and getting in the tree.
You immediately clock him in the head, and he's like, and like you can grab him in time and cover his mouth, and he seems dazed. He seems that did not knock him out, but he's still dazed. Where if anyone wants to act, including you, Koya, again, you can.
I want to get in the tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna tie him up. and,
Acrobat.
like,
Well, you can jump into the tree now because this guy's aware, so you don't even have to make a check because either way, this is involved.
Oh,
Also
I'm in the tree.
trying to get over.
Can
Yeah,
I
so-
can I approach the campsite in the meantime while they're like questioning or?
Sure, you climb down and start approaching the campsite. What else are you people doing here?
Yeah, I want to see what like if there's something I can get clues or something.
Sure, we'll catch up on that in 1 sec. What's people doing
Yeah.
with this guy?
I'm gonna stare at the bandit. Does he look like he can resist in any way?
He looks like he's dazed at the moment from that strike out of nowhere. But if you didn't do anything, he would probably take action of some sort.
I'm gonna jump out of the tree and do a flying attack.
Okay, give me an attack with advantage as you leap out.
My longsword. I leap out.
And immediately roll into these great apples, sending apples everywhere.
Oh no! In front of Koya, so embarrassing.
No, the food! The fruit! I could have eaten that.
I come to a stop and then slowly get back to my feet through my armor, and then I'm just level my sword. Yeah, don't you dare think about resisting.
You see, dazed as he
Strike
was,
a pose.
he comes out of it, but just enough to be distracted.
Koya's gonna take that opportunity to smack him with the blunt of his sword and knock him out.
Okay, give me one more attack roll. As long as this hits,
Yeah, teamwork.
God.
you go for the attack roll, and he's just out of the corner of his eyes, he's sees you, whoa, ducks. He's what the fuck is going on? And you see he's looking around now, back and forth. He's dazed. He doesn't have his weapon out or anything. He's just unsure of what's going on, and he just starts and you see he's about to go to yell. At this point, Key or Noel can do something, but otherwise this guy might get a scream out.
I guess I might try to slingshot him in the head to knock him out.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, fear.
Okay, that is
The
enough.
character's been chosen for me.
As he's looking back and forth from these two individuals, that one came rolling out of nowhere, the other jumped him, both swords, and he's oh, this ain't gonna well. Oh! sleep time. And he goes to sleep as the rock hits him.
Oh.
Mel's like proud of herself and just like casually drops down from the tree.
He's gonna drop down. He's gonna like immediately run to all the fallen apples and like start stuffing his cheeks with them. Might
Okay.
need these for later. He tries to say, but it's muffled.
Mark, these are for
Koya's gonna take the bandit and put him behind this tree, hide him. So like put him behind the tree, so he's kind of hidden.
Okay. You hide the unconscious body behind the tree. As you are doing so, Cordelia, what are you doing?
I am looking. These are like little chests, right? Or
Oh, these are stools here, and this is like a wooden log bench.
oh, so there's nothing like to keep stuff in, or
Not in this area, it looks like.
I would just check if there's something like try to sneak so they don't see me, and check if there's like anything around
Okay.
this area.
Give me an investigation check as you pry through this area. Alright. Pretty good. You do see some armaments that the bandits like left behind. Oh, excuse me. They left some armaments behind. You see one of them, probably the guy that didn't want to work, had just left a sword here, right? He has a short sword just lying there. There's a number of bolts and arrows that seems like one of the other guys was making while he was waiting for food. Not too much here, but you do hear over his head like. I swear that rock wasn't there yesterday. I like counting rocks. I want food. You see their attention is being taken up, but probably not too much longer.
Yeah. Is there a way somewhere for me to hide in here?
Well,
Here or
you see there is a wall in front of you.
oh, this is a wall.
Yes, there's a wall in front of you. It opens up here that everyone can see, as well as here and here.
I kind of like approach this side, and I look to the crew, and I'm like, "You guys, what are we doing?" Like I whisper.
We should probably keep
Look out the
searching
guard.
the area. Let's go further in while they're still distracted.
But you guys, I want to ask questions. There's
We can interrogate that guy we took it.
he's sleeping.
Should we
now.
bring him behind the wall?
Sure. Let me take care of that. I just like bridal side carry the guy.
Without an issue, you're plenty strong enough to do that.
Yeah.
Monk, we must leave.
Where are you taking him exactly? Just in this around this corner?
Yeah. Somewhere where they can like we can be all hidden, basically.
Okay. Just in time, you guys take him around the corner. That these few individuals start coming back around, and you hear them. What the fuck?
Oh.
And they start rejoining here. They notice their people are missing, but you've taken the body. There is not in sight, and so they just sit down here. I think it was supposed to be on watch. And they
And we look around to see if we see Greg.
sure make a perception check.
Where's Greg? Oh, no, that's not perception. I can't read.
We'll keep the roll though. That's the nat 20. Oh, that's good anyway.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
As you just keep an ear out, like, oh shit, there's more of these guys probably, right? You hear an errant conversation that you can't really make out from this direction between likely two people. You hear what seems to be a conversation likely coming from this direction down here, but more noticeably at all, you hear a slight humming coming from right across this wall.
Oh boy.
And
I'll sneak up to here, but I won't cross the wall.
Okay.
he like jump onto the wall, like grab the top of the wall with his hands to like peer over.
Sure.
Yeah.
Down
I'll give you a boost.
Are you climbing this wall or which wall?
The one by Ken.
Okay. You climb on over. He helps you out with the boost. You peer over onto the other side, and you see this room. There we go. Some
Ooh.
little, like, you know, what's it called? The word is escaping me right now.
Base?
Head rolls.
Bedrolls, thank you.
The bedrolls. Yeah.
As well as one humming individual located right over here that's staring, looking down at this chest as he's humming, and you see in his hands are a couple lockpicks and he's just humming to himself. Dun, 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 dun.
It's the lock.
He's like every so often just looking this way. Back to lockpicking.
From where he is, can he just take his quarterstaff and like
Flying attack.
whack him on
Yes.
Sure. Go ahead and hit your quarterstaff for me. Alright, that'll hit like ah! Once more this individual grows dazed as he starts stumbling.
I want to follow up by rounding the wall and striking him.
Hearing Key, like, you know, give you the signal, he hits with the guy. Go ahead, give me an attack with your longsword. Are you killing him or knocking him out?
Knocking him out.
Okay, you hit him with the blunt of your sword, and he goes unconscious and just grumbles, ugh.
Ooh, teamwork.
At this point, though, you guys have made a bit of a stir in this area. I need both of you guys to make stealth checks.
I still have disadvantage, right?
Yes, you do. As you ran across this corner, your armor jingling.
Did it show up? Are you guys seeing my stealth checks? I'm clicking the button, but
No, do you have your token selected?
oh, maybe I don't. That would explain it.
There it is. One more.
Disadvantage. Oh.
We will see. Averaging those two rolls is 16 and an 8. Out to a 12.
It's very generous of you.
Uh-oh.
You'll see 10, 29, that's about 30, goes to a 10. With a 12, that still beats that 10 average. They're like, You hear the conversation stop for a second, coming from the south and towards the east, and then they start back up.
Did you hear that? Nope.
Nope. Two of them rolled very poorly.
The worst night of
I probably shouldn't. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have screamed teamwork so loudly. Second thought.
Alright.
I'm just like standing at the same place with the guy. I kind of shifting around. Then I put him on my shoulder and start.
I'll pick this guy up. Alright, you hold him, I'll hold Bandit 6.
Okay.
I was gonna try to see how far the bandit got with the treasure.
He was probably a few seconds off. He was probably doing this for a couple minutes already.
Try to, like, pull it open.
Would you like, you would have to finish the job, but would you like to attempt to?
I guess I'll try. I'm like, well, we're not in any immediate danger yet.
Alright. Go.
Probably getting judging looks. What am I checking?
Do you have Thieves' Tools proficiency? No, right?
I don't think so.
Go ahead and hit ability check and just give me a flat dex check. The DC is reduced because you just have to do the final job. Ooh, that is enough.
Nice.
As Ken,
nice.
you move away with the bandit's body here. Noelle, you look at the thing and with your cute little paws, you just like flick the lock back and forth a couple times. And you see the lockpicks come out as well as the chest lid pries open.
Gonna open it.
Open it up, you see a couple of sacks that, eyeballing, you see probably contains gold of some kind. A rolled sort of scroll case, as well as what appears to be, what's it called? Let me check real quick. What's my notes say here? Oh yeah, Yeah, as well as another pack, which seems to be some vials within it.
I was gonna try to carry them all.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
You just grab them all, and you have a bundle in your hands, like 2 little sacks as well as 1 scroll case. What are you guys doing, by the way, over here?
Um,
Go
ahead.
ahead, color.
Go ahead, you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask what you were doing.
So I'm thinking we should go in and assist the people that are in already, because we are in the kind of like in the door frame, right?
Hmm. Like, yeah, is there anything you have time while they're doing this, but it's very quickly you're going to hear like a smash and a smash because of your vicinity.
Okay, while they're doing that, Koya's gonna like edge around this wall and then peek, kind of try to peek in through in this side right here.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Oh my god, I hope that it actually turns out nicely.
Crossing my fingers.
Relatively fine.
Yeah. So you move up and you peer around this corner. You see a tree there. It seems to be old. You see what appears to be a room that was likely a shrine at one point, but the pedestal as well as the altar that might have been in this corner are overgrown. There seems to be some writing on the wall that's been worn through with time. What languages do you know?
I know Elvish, I know Celestial, Primordial.
Ooh. You recognize some of the wording because it is in Celestial, and
Ooh.
the one word you recognize is Sophia. It's like it's almost like in Celestial, but it's like pronounced out, right? Like the word for Sophia.
And I don't see anybody, right?
Oh, yeah, and in your additional perception check, you do hear what sounds to be some noise. If you peer this way, just from your line of sight, you do see 2 individuals just speaking by this tree over here. Give me one moment. There they are. And they're just murmuring to one another. You might have to get a bit closer to hear what they're saying.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go in here just to take a look around.
Mm-hmm. If you want to take a look at the ruins of this room, you can give me an investigation check. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
All right. Koya, your faith from the continent of Yushin is very different from faith that you've heard of here. In Yushin, it's a lot more respect towards nature, to the way of life as it is, and just living like living in a sort of symbiotic relationships, right? It's not worship as you've heard about in the lands here. This altar and the way it's like structured, the architecture that it points to, it does somehow seem like it's a faith towards Sophia, whatever that name might mean. And give me a history check now. It seems familiar. With your investigation
Not
check
fun stuff.
enough, you've heard passing of a word like that, but you're not sure exactly.
You said the thing was engraved in the thing?
Yes, there seems to be a sort of altar over here, as well as like the wall that did survive. There's some like almost like chicken scratch of like celestial letters. You see the letters themselves, but the actual words have been run down. The only one word you were able to make out was a phonetic, the word Sophia, the name Sophia.
Okay. I'm gonna do something stupid.
Hmm?
So Koya's
Yes.
Koya's gonna approach the shrine. He's gonna examine it. Trace the name, the phonetics.
Mm-hmm.
Trace it, and then sit down and begin to meditate, which like in itself is a sort of praying, would be in a sort of praying, but like not praying. It's like not exactly like it's a form of worship,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote worship, which would be a form of worship. He's gonna sit cross-legged and he's gonna like, I don't know, try to communicate.
Sure, hell yeah. Koya is a very
Goddess
spiritual person,
Sophia.
and this is definitely the place to do it.
Yeah.
Give me so the way I kind of do communing with deities, I use what I call a faith check. So give me a d20 plus your level. So d20 plus 3 at the moment.
Slash roll, right?
Yeah,
Slash
yeah, I think slash r base works. Then d20 plus 3. That's very good.
roll.
That is actually very good.
I'm a little afraid because I don't think this goddess is a good goddess to commune with.
I need to do some rolls.
Well, at the very least, Koya will know.
Yeah, right? Oh boy.
Koya, what kind of emotions or in your meditations are you trying to feel out with?
Nothing extreme, just a form of curiosity and respect.
Okay. You form of curiosity and respect as you send your emotions out almost into the ether. It seems strange. You find an inner calm with you, which you've been used to getting, but it comes more readily in a place like this. And for a second, you're finding the sereneness in the place. But you feel a sort of light, almost pressure at the back of your eyeballs. As if, almost like, a presence that you've just beyond the sight. But it's strange. You get the sense that whatever you're trying to commune with isn't really there. It's almost behind some sort of wall itself. Whereas you get the sense that if you tried this with any other sort of deitic pressure, you would have found something. But it's almost like, not a void, but a barrier between whatever you're trying to commune with. You get the sense that whatever this Sophia is, it's maybe the god doesn't exist anymore, or something's happened to it since this castle fell. It feels almost like an empty shell of a god.
An empty shell. Okay. Even I'm gonna do something even more stupid. Okay. Koya's gonna stop meditating.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to. There's probably like a chunk, like a small chunk of wood, right? Somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, very easy. There's a tree right here. There's branches all over it.
Koya's gonna take a chunk of wood. He's gonna carve.
Sorry, repeat the last part.
Carve a wooden like token of flowers.
Oh, okay.
Do I roll for that?
Yeah, give me a woodcarver skill check just to see how good you do it in the few moments you have.
Okay.
Can I go like leave the bandit kind of like hidden?
Sure, you
Maybe
can hide it
right here.
behind into the corner where between this
Yeah,
wall.
into the corner. Yeah, into the corner. Thing. And
I
then
do not know where it is. That's the problem.
Oh, hit skill check, and
Oh.
on the bottom it should say woodcarvers.
Oh, the.
And I
Is it-
I'll follow.
Oh, and use your strength for you because that would be your what Koya is good at.
14.
Okay, you are mid this process. It's been 30 seconds, almost a minute. Stuff is going on there when Cordelia pops in the middle of you carving this.
What are you doing, Koya?
Patience. How does the token turn out?
It turns out well. You don't have much time. How much time are you willing to spend? Just
Probably just a quick, probably a speedy minute or two.
it seems passable. It's not your best work based on the time you have, but it does turn out very cool. And even Cordelia, you can see a almost wood-like shaped flower there in Koya's hand.
I noticed that he's very very like, into his craft, so I try not to bother him. But then it really like fascinates me how quickly he works, since I'm also like kind of crafty myself, and I definitely think of like, oh, I should ask about his carvings in another opportunity.
Okay, after Koya's done, he's going to set the token in front of the name,
Mhm.
and he's just gonna he's gonna set it down. He's gonna make a quick prayer, just even though if it's an empty shell, and he's gonna turn back to Cordelia. Where are we needed next? Where do we need to go?
But what is that gonna do? Oh yeah.
I do not know, but it was worth a try, I believe.
Do you recognize this place?
Not exactly, but I should still pay my respects, even if it is a empty shell of a deity.
I don't know, Koya. This feels kind of iffy. I hope you made the right decision.
And I hope I do so too. All right.
As you guys are sharing this conversation, you do hear footsteps coming from this direction.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hi. Can we hide? Like maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You hide against the edges, and you see these two guys here. Well, we weren't paid enough before, were we? Well, and they actually go over here, and you hear a door open. Says, "Oh, watch that crossbow. Undo that trap there, undo that there, and then make sure it doesn't shoot you, blah, 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 blah." Yeah. And they walk out here.
Oh yeah, there's straps. We gotta inform the rest. Your mic kind of did something.
I said let us go back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Activity.
As they come back in, I'm gonna put this bandit in with the other bandit as well.
Yeah, so you were...
Like a little bandit pile.
During this time, you could have easily put the bandit there. Noelle was showing you guys what she had found.
Nice.
Oh. Where am I? Koya, can you scooch a little?
There you go.
Thank you. Guys, we gotta be careful. We heard two bandits talk about traps. Have any of you encountered anything yet?
It's been clear here. Maybe they're only towards the entrance. Where were the bandits going?
They were heading towards that direction.
Okay.
I don't know how to point, but but yeah, over there.
All right, let's go around the other way then. Let's sneak towards the back. I'm gonna move towards this door and kind of listen in here to see if I hear anything.
Okay, as you get into the room proper, you notice something Ken you had noticed before. Over on this wall here, you see what appears to be, as well as Key and the others, some bandages with stains of blood on them. Not bandages, sorry. Ropes. Like ropes that are small, not like maybe like 10 feet of rope that seems to have some blood on them.
Oh.
They're injured. Or someone is.
Oh, this might be where the captive escaped. I'm assuming that I was told about that because I didn't hear it before, but about the girl escaping.
Yes, I assume they would have told you about that.
This must be where she was being held captive. She's somewhere nearby. Let's go find her.
Can we
I'll
imagine
look around and see if
investigate?
there's any. Sorry, yeah.
No, you go ahead.
I probably was gonna do the same, but like look around and see if there's like a trail, like footsteps or blood or something.
Give me a survival check as you try to track any spatters. Anyone that's trying to do this can do that too.
I'm listening at the door for other people.
Alright. Well, Noelle steeps down
Survival
the
check, you
yes,
said?
survival.
Is that for everyone?
anyone that wants to look for, look in this area and see if the blood, as well as if there's footsteps going anywhere.
Okay.
I will say, those of you with less luck, Koya, you're like watching these two and seeing how they're tracking. Like, yes, mm-hmm. And you kind of go into mentor mode, remembering how your dad would act when you were like he was training you. Across your eye, you and Ken see this at the same time. You see the shadow of a figure in this doorway. There we go. You see this individual that's like has his head down. I know, sir. Yes. And for another thing. No, sir. I apologize. That's why I was kicked out. And someone seems to be lecturing this guy, and he's definitely subservient to whoever this person is. Meanwhile, Noel and Key, you see the blood trail goes out this way and towards the left here.
I'm gonna make eye contact with Koya and like nod towards the people talking, but like me first. You follow?
Koya's gonna nod subtly.
I will try to sneak over to here.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
No, well. Alright. Bye.
Oh, is anyone else joining Ken?
Oh yeah, I need to throw.
Rattle, rattle, clash, clash. I'm now over here.
Yeah, I guess we should all follow unless someone wants to do something else.
He was going to move here and then climb onto the wall, so he could like look around, like this area, maybe
Sure.
this hallway.
Key climbs on the wall and starts peering over.
I'll sneak with Ken and Koya, I think.
Okay, go ahead and make that stealth check.
Ah, I'm so terrible.
It's better than me.
12, 29 divided by 3. Okay, that comes out to about a 10. Let's see here. Oops, I clicked the wrong person. Whoops, ignore that. All right. Ken, jingle jiggle over here. Koya, you're like, shit, look. And immediately this guy turns. And you see this individual step out. The fuck?
Oh, boy.
And unfortunately,
I want to charge.
Unfortunately, as that stealth check failed, and these two definitely notice your presence. It's time
Wait, who's
roll
Koya's?
initiative. As you guys all start pouring out, and these two individuals immediately see you.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's Cordelia.
No.
My character is such a derp. I didn't even get good initiative.
But I will say, since, going to combat now, where it's almost been 3 hours, we will start there next time, as the bandit captain, as well as his underling, definitely see you as you cross into this hallway here.
Charge!
And that will be where we kick off next time, as battle erupts now, as you've made it quite a ways into this ruin without going detection, but it appears you couldn't avoid it forever.
Happen at some point.
Dude.
I wasn't built for the sneaking around, okay?
Yeah, me neither, dude. I'm pink and big. Like,
I've been bumping my head on all these branches.
I almost broke a tree with my heavy weight.
But
alright.
Beautiful.
Good job, guys. We'll pick up from there.
Oh!
Yeah, you guys did great.
Thank you. You did too. Yeah.
I feel like I'm settling into a different character than I was expecting.
Me too. I think me too.
The first session always does that. You're like, how do I actually play this character? Okay, let's feel them out, and you find somewhere to compromise.
So many capable people. We need some derps as well to
Yeah.
balance it out.
Yes, lovely. And I can
Like,
finally talk and communicate with you guys.
Always underrated.
And they're like, ah!
Man, I don't know. I kind of miss Nox.
Ah.
Sometimes I can still hear her.
Nox is adorable.
Fox had ambition.
Maybe he'll
Maybe
come back at
we'll
some
run
point.
into. Yeah.
Maybe.
Just in the skies. Flying around.
No, he cannot fly, sadly.
Oh. Well,
So
maybe
sad.
he hitched a ride on something.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a possibility, but in either case, good job, guys. I loved seeing your characters in action after like learning so much about them.
Mhm.
And we'll
That was
see
very fun.
how you do in your first combat next time.
Yay!
Woo.